fellow sisters of the Red Tent, of Urban Goddess Circle. I just wanted to wish you a Happy New Year. I hope you're having lots of fun tonight. And but also I wanted to update you on what came out of my withdrawal into myself, into my own space over Christmas. So I decided to be completely alone, partly by circumstance. My children went away to their fathers unexpectedly, but then other family members wanted to come and stay with me, and I said no, that I just needed some time to myself, to actually find out where the hell I am in life, because there's such a whirlwind going around me all the time. But probably for most of you it's the same. It doesn't really matter if you've got little children or big children. There's still this whirlwind that us women tend to stand in the center of, holding it all together. So I spent Christmas on my own. I've been alone now for over 10 days, which is probably the longest time I've been alone in my in my life. That's crazy. That's crazy. And it's been very interesting. The first thing that happened was I got sick. So, I let my guard down, I relax, I'm in my own space, I can do things my own way, no one's going to mess it up. Whew, I get sick. So I've now been feeling weak and feverish, well, basically for the whole 10 days, and that's brought me to question my lack of sustainability in the way I look after myself. This is not something we do just once, and then it's fixed, then we're enlightened and we know how to live. It's a continuous process. It's a dance of inner growth that you do in a collaborative dance, again, with other people. So, I've got you, my sisters around me, who I know are so supportive and loving, and I do truly feel we've managed to create a safe space on the internet, which is insane. All credit to us who are in there holding that space together. But also, obviously, I have mentors around me who support me in more sort of direct inner spiritual work, and friends and family. But so what this opportunity to be alone gave rise to, apart from the sickness bug coming to the surface, forcing me to rest much more than I had intended, was a lot of grief and sadness. I've been crying a lot. I've just been crying. I've been feeling everything I've been feeling for the last 18 months. I've gone through some heavy shit in my personal life. My daughter was in a very serious car accident and nearly died. And I've been holding it all together, as we do. And spending time alone, it just all came forward. I cried and I felt grief, I felt pain, I felt my loneliness, I felt my sorrow, my loss. It's like I see now the problem with not spending time alone in modern society is that feelings don't surface fully because we keep having to rein them in order to function, in order to keep life going. When my kids are here, I'm strong for them. I'm always strong for them. I might have an occasional outburst of either anger or crying, but on the whole, I'm strong for them. So this was kind of I wouldn't call it an indulgence, I would more call it like a deep, necessary release of something that's been held back by having to cope with life. So that was a very valuable experience for me, to really have those feelings and see them and be present and being able to hold myself. I'm very proud of that. It's not like, I completely despaired and ran over to the neighbours. Well, I nearly did, but I did that too. I went to see some neighbours too. Don't worry, I'm not a complete hermit yet. But that I was able to hold this grief that was surfacing and kept on surfacing and stay with it and honour my experience, my painful experience, not just honour my successes and my achievements, but also honour that part, the shadow side. This is what we struggle so much to integrate in the West. It's not all light and love. It's not. It's pain, suffering, anger, even hatred. And to be present, to really what is in myself is the first step to being able to be present to what is in the other, in the people that I meet and connect with. So I experienced that, and then after about 5-6 days of this, I started to see that the space allowed me, from not having my children continually around, to kind of self-soothe. This is another thing I saw. I saw all the stuff I'm constantly doing for my children and other people is a kind of self-soothing, so I don't have to address those deep feelings in myself. I think if I fix that problem, if he feels better, if she feels better, then I will feel better. So again, it's back to this codependency thing that I've been delving deep into myself over the last 12 months, really. So I started to see what was actually lacking. When Christina's alone with herself, and she doesn't have to look after others' needs pretty much all the time, there's a bit of space to see what her needs, just her, on her own, completely on her own, without incorporating anyone else at all into the equation. What are they? So, with the help of one of my dear mentors, I've devised a better routine for sitting and meditation, which is so important and such a key part of any serious spiritual practice, really allocating a time and a space in your life for exploring the inner landscape, inner space, not just outer space. Inner space is just as interesting and full of new discoveries. But in any case, I'd been on and off for many years. For the 3 decades I've been practicing seriously. And, I've come to a final decision that this space is sacrosanct for me each morning now. I've taken, for 11 days now, I've taken 20 minutes every morning to sit. I've got my own specific practices that I've developed over the years alongside other spiritual teachers such as David Hikes and Susanna Grover, some of my important mentors and in the Gurdjieff teaching. The specifics aren't so important, but this is what is needed to not just hold it as an idea, as an intellectual concept, that, meditation in the morning is a really good idea. Lots of spiritual people do that. But to actually weave it into my individuality and my understanding of what Christina needs. So there's this part of me that can receive influences and see what is needed for the planet, for mankind, for people around me, and quite easily implement them, make them happen. But the person who makes this happen is Christina. And it's her that I haven't been taking really proper care of. So I've been working on this, and also an evening routine, just a very short reconnection before I go to bed. And also walking 20 steps barefoot on the earth. There are so many reasons why that's beneficial. We're so separated. We're literally insulated from the mother with all our rubber shoes, our rubber soles. There's quite a lot of research showing the importance of receiving the electrons emitted from the earth. And we can only do that if we touch it directly. During the winter, we rarely do that. So just 20 steps. And actually, it wasn't that bad at all. I thought it was going to be freezing. It was really quite pleasant. So that makes me happy. It makes me happy that I've taken this time to help myself, to support myself. And it's very scary. I mean, being ill like this, I hate it. You might not think I sound very ill, but I am so weak and so tired. I'm just exhausted. Because like many of us, I've been giving and giving and giving and giving, and now it's come to the surface. And I think, am I ever going to get better? Oh my God, I'm not going to be able to come to Stockholm again. I'm not going to be able to do anything. I'm going to feel like this forever. So I just want to share that vulnerability with you. I'm a bit scared because I don't want to be this tired and weak. But right now I am. So this is where I am. Wherever you go, there you are. And I'm here. So, and then I just wanted to take the opportunity as well and look towards the new year. We stand on the cusp now of 2018. It's going to be full moon, I think, tomorrow. And it just feels like we're at a pivotal point for humanity and the history and the evolution of this planet and the beings that live on it. It really does feel like we're at a critical juncture. And 2018 is going to be, a very potent year. I'm certain of that. 2017 for me personally has been very difficult, and I feel very hopeful going into 2018. When I pondered and meditated on the goddesses, sort of representing or personifying the coming 12-month period, the coming revolution around the sun, what came to me was Durga and Athena, these sort of very powerful warrior goddesses, Durga riding on a tiger with all her attributes in full display, and Athena, intellect and war. So I think 2018 is going to present us with a lot of challenges, but the amazing thing is that in forums like this group here, we have created the possibility of empowering each other to be present as the year unfolds and bring in those little vitamin injections and tiny little directions, tiny little energetic shifts that are required to guide the huge energies flowing through the planet and the cosmos in the right direction. And I really look forward to continuing to share this forum with you. My intention is to come to Sweden for the new moon on the 17th of January, and I've just devised a really powerful ceremony for cutting the cords and letting go of what has been in the past year. So I invite you to come to that and partake in purification and cleansing and freeing ourselves of all the old as we move into the new year. The first moon of the new year is going to be a very potent time for sowing the seeds for 2018 together. Lots of love to you, my sisters. I'll keep you posted. I'm sure I'll survive. And thank you for your good wishes. I'm sure you are sending them to me.